Chapter 37. Your favorite fruit. I hope you didn't say grapes, or apples, or figs. Poor Nanette. I wonder what went through her mind when she realized that a 5-second timer underwater still lastly exacted 5 seconds. As the device exploded, I imagine she bubbled out one last vile curse like, "Oh, gosh darn it." I might have felt sorry for her had she not been planning to kill me. The cave shook. Chunks of wet stalactite dropped into the lake and whammed against the hulls of the barges. A burst of air erupted from the middle of the lake, upheaving the dock and filling the cavern with the scent of tangerine lipstick. The trooper and the ranger frowned at me. "You blew up Nanette. That was not polite." "Hold on," I yelped. "She's probably still swimming back. It's a long tunnel." This bought me another 3 or 4 seconds, during which a clever escape plan still did not present itself. At the very least, I hoped Nanette's death had not been in vain. I hoped the explosion had destroyed the cave of the Oracle, as Trophonius wished, but I could not be certain. Meg was still only half conscious, muttering and shivering. I had to get her back to the way station and set her on the throne of memory quickly, but two Blieme still stood in the way. My hands were too numb to be any good with a bow or ukulele. I wished I had some other weapon, even a magical Brazilian handkerchief that I could wave in my enemies' faces. Oh, if only a surge of divine strength would course through my body. At last the ranger sighed. "All right, Apollo. Would you prefer we stomp or dismember you first? It's only right that you get to choose." "That's very polite," I agreed. Then I gasped. "Oh my gods! Look over there!" You must forgive me. I realize that this method of distraction is the oldest trick in the book. In fact, it's a trick so old it predates papyrus scrolls, and was first recorded on clay tablets in Mesopotamia. But the Blieme fell for it. They were slow at looking over there. They could not glance. They could not turn their heads without turning their entire bodies. So they executed a full 180-degree waddle. I had no follow-up trick in mind. I simply knew I had to save Meg and get out of there. Then an aftershock rattled the cavern, unbalancing the Blieme, and I took advantage. I kicked the ranger into the lake. At precisely the same moment, a portion of the ceiling peeled loose and fell on top of the ranger like a hailstorm of major appliances. The ranger disappeared under churning foam. I could only stare in amazement. I was fairly sure I had not caused the ceiling to crack and collapse. Blind luck? Or perhaps the spirit of Trophonius had granted me one last grudging favor for destroying his cave. Crushing someone under a rain of rocks did not seem like the sort of favor he would grant. The trooper missed the whole thing. He turned back to me, a puzzled look on his chest face. "I didn't see any. Wait, where did my friend go?" I asked. "What friend?" His impressive mustache twitched. "Eduardo, the ranger." I feigned confusion. "A ranger? Here?" "Yes, he was just here." "I'm sure I don't know." The cavern shuddered once again. Sadly, no more obliging chunks of ceiling broke free to crush my last enemy. "Well," the trooper said, "maybe he had to leave. You'll excuse me, I have to kill you by myself now. Orders." "Oh, yes, but first—" The trooper was not to be deterred any longer. He grabbed my arm, crushing my ulna and radius together. I screamed. My knees buckled. "Let the girl go!" I screamed through the pain. "Kill me and let her go!" I surprised myself. These were not the last words I had planned. In the event of my death, I had been hoping to have time to compose a ballad of my glorious deeds. A very long ballad. Yet, here I was, at the end of my life, pleading not for myself, but for Meg McCaffrey.